I really need to stop getting my hopes up for these cutscenes. Anyway, welcome back to Jumping Flash 1 of 2, because we're doing both. This is part 2 of, well, for the first game, free, because this is a very, very short game. Yeah, no, what was I expecting? Like, I keep, like pausing for those cutscenes, like, giving them the spotlight, as if they're gonna reveal some plot-important information. Like, no, it's literally just a CG of fucking the main character, Rabitu Mondeo, whatever, you know, getting shot at, like, you know, landing on the next level. But I'm still gonna show it as if it's important, because that's just how I do. You know, you can't not show the cool CG cutscenes. Some poor overworked, underpaid animator had to spend many sleepless nights making that, I'm sure. Especially on the computers that he had back then. I can't imagine them being all that fast to render things. Well, to be fair, they usually leave that for last, but still, it must be so rewarding to like work on an animation like that for so long while it's still in like this really shitty kind of wireframe state, and then like you hit render and all of a sudden all the things come together, all the shaders and textures, and it's just like, oh yes, that's what it was supposed to look like. Nowadays, where PCs are so good, we can literally do that shit basically in real time, you know? Well, you know what's funny though? That I swear to God, like, I mean, obviously, no, it's true, I imagine. I wouldn't know for sure, but basically, there must be some shortcuts that real-time game engine rendering takes to be able to do it in real time, because even the prettiest games of today still kind of don't look as good as CG from the 90s. And, you know, don't get me wrong, it's actually better, most likely. But what I mean is there's like something missing to like some of the lighting, some of the shadows, and that's probably because in order to get it to happen in real time and at the level of fidelity that we want with decent performance, there's probably some compromises that have to be made which aren't made with pre-done rendering of the traditional kind. There's definitely, like, I highly doubt that the code behind when you hit fucking render animation in Blender or something, or Maya, I doubt it's the same as what you would see if you opened up, like, the Unreal Engine or something, or any other, like, or the Hedgehog engine, you know, that's just the graphics, of course. You get what I mean, right? It's very different, the way that rendering is done. Or at least that's how I explain it to myself, as to why even the best-looking games of today will still kind of, you can tell it's rendered in real time. And I'm not just talking about, oh, because it's at 60 FPS. No, it could be at 30 FPS, it could be at 24 FPS, and it could still kind of look not quite CG quality, even though it's better, you know? Like, it's obviously better. Like, for example, any game today looks better than any game back then running in real time, but at the same time, it's like I still feel like stuff like Myst or Riven, their pre-rendering is still more, it feels more technically sound than what we have now in real time, despite the fact that real-time shit nowadays is like way higher resolution, way higher texture fidelity and everything, and yet you can still kind of tell. Just like how, no matter how good the graphics are in real time on any contemporary game, if it were to ever go into CG mode, you could instantly tell. Like, even if they, for whatever dumb fuck reason, capped the main game to 30 FPS, and like they really didn't have to. Like here, okay, yeah, sure, it couldn't run any faster if it wanted to, but like nowadays, like, come on, man. But anyway, the point is, it's other than that, though. It's like, not just the change in frame rate, but you just instantly tell by the way the shadows are rendered, by the lighting, the way it reacts to the characters. Instantly tell, and it's kind of odd how that happens. I mean, not just the fact that they probably use higher quality character models and rigs and such because they don't have to make any compromises there for the sake of performance. It's just, I don't know. It's an interesting thing. Anyway, what are we talking about? Oh yeah, we're already on the second level of Jumping Flash, the second level of the third world of Jumping Flash 1. And wow, this is such a cool theme. This game has great level theming. You got this carnival area. You're gonna have an ice world that's, I mean, it's distinctly just the typical ice world, but because of the way it's shown with these visuals, it feels very unique in of itself, you know, and I love the fonts on everything. I'm just going to keep talking about the fonts. Can you, like, yes, grab the thing. If I remember correctly, one of them was on a conveyor belt that you had to, like, jump backwards in order to get. And yeah, this game does have that typical, like, early 3D problem of the enemies are completely fucking useless. Mostly useless, because, you know, you have all this 3D space. But I don't really see that as a problem. This game is not very... This is... Okay, I know I said in the last episode that, like, this is basically just a regular platformer. But no, you know what? I take it back. I totally take back what I said as far as you guys are concerned a couple days ago, but I just said it 2 minutes ago. But I take it back because honestly, no, this is a very different concept compared to what was standard at the time for 3D platformers, you know? Just platformers in 2D, actually, just in general. Can you grab that fucking thing, Robbit? Come on. Yes, there you go, got it. Now position yourself just right and go here. There you go, easy. That was the whole fucking world. But no, it's actually a very different concept, because typically at the time, like, the way the 2D platformer would be is, like, you'd have your level, maybe some extra collectibles, maybe, like, a bonus stage or something, and that's it. And this has bonus stages, true, and extra things to collect, but it also doesn't have any of those extra, like, it's implied that they're not mandatory, but a lot of people will pretend that they're mandatory type collectibles, you know, like 100% bonus. No, this is very arcade. You only have to collect, 60 FPS, nice. You only have to collect, like, the main thing, you know what I mean? Like, in this case, it's the paws, which are shaped like carrots, because of course they are. This is such a fucking weird character design, and I love it. It's this dude in a fucking coffee mug, and they're all actually filled with coffee. It's great. And you can see his feet. And he has hairy feet that shoot fucking spikes at you. God, I love this game so much. It's just, I don't know, there's something so weirdly authentic about its weirdness. You get plenty of weird games today still, but the kind of weirdness you see in this just feels like, I don't mean to be a fucking, games back in the day, because I wasn't even alive when this game came out. You know, this is not nostalgia. I discovered this game, I don't know, like a year ago maybe? Not you know, that long ago. This is not like me reliving my childhood. It's like, this has nothing to do with my childhood. That's a reference no one's gonna get. You know Garanicore? You know Nitro, you probably know Nitro Rad. Well, he has a second channel, Garanicore. It's just the funniest shit you're ever gonna see on the internet. I swear to God. And what's funny is it's actually really well made, because the guy gets film, he gets camera angles and everything, he gets shots. And yet, like, it's just absurd and fucking hilarious. So it's like, I can see and touch my childhood while he's pointing at a game cartridge. It's great. Oh man, I feel weird, because like when I think childhood game media, I don't even think of discs. I mean, like, yeah, I was born around, like, you know, in 2001, so my nostalgia is like at the tail end of like the compact disc era until we completely transitioned to digital. But like, due to my Eastern European ways, a lot of the games I played were not on discs. I did have a few. Cutscene. Riveting. Action. Great cutscene. Anyway, really, like, I think it's the exact same animation every time. They just swap out what's in the background. Yeah, I'm gonna stop being so precious about keeping... Look at this. Listen to that fucking music. Why is the piano so heavy? It's like a fucking metal part. Dun, 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 dun. It's fucking sick. Imagine like this on guitar, but like drop tune. Oh, I don't have to imagine. I actually could just, like, you know, either do that with my guitar or use the guitar samples I've recorded and, you know, put some distortion on them and actually just program this very part in the correct octave, and it would just sound like heavy guitar. Jun, 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 jun. It would actually sound pretty cool. Or I could play it on my actual electric guitar plugged into the amp. Yeah, that works too. I genuinely prefer to play my acoustic, to be honest. It's just more convenient. I don't want to have to plug in and dial in my tone every time. I mean, you don't have to dial in every time, but you get the idea. That's what's more convenient for me, because I use guitar less as like an instrument and more of like a tool for learning music in a fun way, because I just love the physical qualities of the guitar. That's what drew me towards it. Because, yeah, I get piano and everything, and I can play it okay, but, I mean, that to me is 100% a tool. Just, here's how you play these chords to make them happen. On guitar, it's the same thing, but it's like, it's fun, because it's, I don't know, there's like this inherent rewarding quality to actually playing the part and feeling the strings under your fingers, and it's great. Oh, motherfucker. I'm not even gonna load a state. This game is like, it's very open. I love how the shadow is actually colored by that gem. Look, that's so cool. I know it's not actually happening. It's Not like it's genuinely coloring the lighting underneath it. No. The developers probably just saw that as an opportunity to look cool, so they went, let's just color that patch of ground or something like that. Because they know it's never going to move, and now for some reason we're jumping on top of the Chaos Emeralds. But still, it's just in of its... Oh, for fuck's sake, don't you slip and slide. Also, does this game also have the weird reversing sound effect that the other games have? So, like, look, hold on. Let me get on the ground. No, they added that in Jumping Flash 2. In Jumping Flash 2, when you reverse, it plays like this, like the, like windshield wipers, you know? Like this really weird mechanical sort of sound, but like it sounds not like chugga deep mechanical, it sounds more like cheap mechanical, you know what I mean? Yeah, I'm describing sound effects is very fun. What's this say? Hold on. What's that say? Baron... Oh, I'm guessing that's the evil guy. I thought that said Baron ADHD for a second. No, it's because it says Aloha, but it's like, there you go. But yeah, I love how it's a typical ice level, except that it also has like this thing going on with all of these little huts, you know, so it's like an ice villa or something. Really great theming, and like you totally feel like these places kind of exist, except like they're so abstract and weird, and it's fantastic. I love this game so, like I genuinely do like it, despite the fact that, I don't know, it doesn't typically fall within the kind of things that I really love about games. It's not very fast-paced, but it's still fast, if that makes sense. I don't know, like, you don't move super fast, but it's still really snappy, everything about it. Is this the, underwater level? I think it is, and this level is actually really cool looking as well. Are we going underwater? Oh no, it's the cave level, and again, these ones run a little smoother. What the fuck is this character design? A TV with the, like the testing pattern? Well, if we can, this game's soundtrack has a very strong sense of, like, motif to it. You know, like, you get that piano part again. Also, this level's, like, super linear. You don't ever have to worry about getting lost. You just go into one of these, it goes down for a bit, then it goes into, there it is, the underwater section, but you have infinite air, so don't worry about it. Because you're a robot who somehow doesn't die from electricity. You go into the pirate ship, and you collect the thing, and you're out of there. Again, these levels are not very long. I think the idea is maybe to make them longer would be to, like, maybe what the developers wanted was for you to actually go out of your way to get all the bonus stages and collect the pills, because back then, drugs equals superpower. Remember, kids, pills make you go hyper. They also make your teeth fall out. Anyway, and it was a weird time. It was like, you know, winners don't do drugs, but if you pick up a random pill in a video game, like, remember Cooler World? Except I don't think in Cooler World there was any real benefit to doing it. It was just there. You know, you could just pick them up to disorientate you. That was always fun when that happens. Ooh, extra life. I have 8 of those in a game where I will never ever lose my lives. You don't play these games for the tension, right? You play these games because it's just so fucking charming and so fun. And you know, these textures still look pretty damn good. Look at that. Like, they're clearly low res, but they still have, like, a very strong sense of, shape to them. You know what I mean? You don't need a super high res texture for it to still look good. Everything's so charmingly designed. Like, I fucking love this game. I just gotta remember in post to stretch it the appropriate amount, and Exo Paradigm Gamers are gonna fucking kill me for that, but it's like, you know, because currently I've actually disabled any cropping at all on the emulator. It's just outputting just the completely raw image that it would be, I guess. I'm not sure if that's 100% correct, but basically, you know, there's like this overscan thing going on, but I'm pretty sure I can get away with not doing that, but whatever. Now, at least I know that I'm getting the entire image. And now we're going to get another boss fight, so let's see what it's like. It's probably going to be a very goofy, creative design again, isn't it? That it better be.
Ready to go?
Whoa, it's a turtle, but oh wow, the texture work on the turtle is really nice too. I'm just fucking graphics whoring all over the place, I'm sorry, but like that's what I pay attention to in these kind of games. Because the gameplay is like, it's just really solid and fun, so you don't notice the gameplay because it's that good, you know, it's that invisible quality to it, you know? Kind of like how good UI design, you don't notice that. Good cinematography, good editing, you know? You don't notice those things, so when the gameplay is really smooth, it never really sticks out as overtly negative ever, although it does definitely leave a positive impression. This is a very, very fun game, very well made game. So, oh, that is it, yeah. That was literally the boss. And that's going to do it for part 2, I think, of Jumping Flash. I'm going to make sure to end the episode before the cutscene plays. Not like it's anything substantial. And I'll see you guys in part 3 of Jumping Flash.